welcome back to the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide Podcast. I'm Nai, the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide, your host and guide on the spiritual journey of entrepreneurship. Today, we're talking about one of the most powerful tools you can use to guide your entrepreneurial journey, your values. Now, think about it. We set goals in so many areas of life: our work, our relationships, our overall growth. But how often do we pause and ask, do these goals truly reflect my values and feel aligned with my soul? When your goals come from that place of inner truth, you're not just moving forward, you're walking a path that's guided, meaningful, and ultimately it's deeply your own. So, in this episode, we'll explore why aligning your goals with your values is essential for sustainable success, how to identify core values as an entrepreneur, and I'm going to give you guys a step by step process to create goals that reflect your values. By the end of this episode, trust me, you'll have a clear sense of how to use your values as a compass to guide your decisions, as a compass to focus your energy, and as a compass that allows you to stay true to your unique entrepreneurial vision. Let's get started. When your goals reflect your value, everything shifts. So let's explore why aligning your goals with your values is so important. The first reason why it matters that your values and goals align is that your values are your compass. I mean, think of your values as your internal compass. They guide your decisions, shape your priorities, and influence how you show up in the world overall. So when your goals align with your values, you feel motivated, energized, and fulfilled because you're working towards something that truly matters to you. Without this compass, you might achieve success that looks good on paper, but overall, it might not feel fulfilling. The second reason why it matters that your values align with your goals is that there is a risk of misalignment. When your goals don't align with your values, it can lead to burnout, where you're, for example, chasing goals that feel draining instead of energizing. It can lead to frustration, where success feels hollow because it's not rooted in what you care about. And there's also confusion, where decision making becomes harder because you lack a clear sense of direction. Let's look at an example. Imagine your core value is family, but your goals require you to work 80-hour weeks. Even if you hit your targets, you might feel disconnected from what matters most. Remember, your core value is family. So you'll feel disconnected from the family and you'll feel unfulfilled even though you've hit those the target goals that you've had. That's why aligning your values with your goals is so important. This is why it's key. Finally, alignment has great benefits. When your goals reflect your values, you experience clarity, where your values provide a clear framework for making decisions. You experience motivation, where you stay energized because your work feels meaningful and reflects your values. You experience resilience because alignment keeps you grounded and prevents burnout. And you also experience authenticity because you create a path that reflects who you truly are. And you're able to, therefore, attract experiences and opportunities that align with your vision and your values. So, I want you to think about your current goals. Reflect on them. Do they truly reflect your values? Or do you feel that there are areas where you feel a disconnect? Think about these and document them in your journal. Before we can align anything, it's really important that we get clear on what truly matters to us. So, how do you identify your core values, especially your core values as an entrepreneur? Well, first, what are core values? Core values are the principles and beliefs that matter most to you. Examples of these can include integrity, creativity, freedom, community, growth, family. Your values are unique to you. I mean, they're the foundation of who you are and what you stand for. Let's go on a little journey to uncover your values. Take a moment to reflect on these questions. What qualities or principles feel most important to you, both in your work and in your life? When was the last time you felt truly proud or fulfilled? What values were present in that moment? And can you recall a time where you felt frustrated or drained? What values might have been missing or compromised? I would love for you to write down 5 to 7 words that resonate with you as your core values. Then circle the top three that feel most essential to who you are. Allow me to share a piece of my own journey. Now, one of my core values is energy. Not just having energy, but feeling connected to the energy around me. I'm deeply guided by how something feels, whether it resonates with me, whether it aligns with who I am, or maybe something that simply gives me that inner yes. But there was a time I remember where I ignored that. I said yes to things that looked good on the surface, but in my spirit, I knew it just didn't feel right. And even though everything seemed fine from the outside, something always kind of felt off. So when I started honoring the energy I felt drawn to and stepping away from things that just didn't vibe with me, I began to feel more grounded, more clear, like more aligned with my path. So let's think about you. What values stand out most for you right now? How do they show up in your life, in your decisions? And how do they show up in the way in which you move through the world? I would love for you to think about this right now and document your thoughts in your journal. Once you know what your values are, the next step is learning how to let them guide your goals in a way that feels aligned and purposeful. How do we use our values as a compass to set aligned, meaningful goals? Well, first, evaluate your current goals. Common misalignments can often look like chasing external measures of success without thinking of what's going on within. Like revenue goals, for example, that conflict with personal values such as creativity or work-life balance. Misaligned goals can drain your energy and motivation. So, take a look at your current goals. Ask yourself, do these goals really reflect my core values? If not, how can I adjust them to align better? Then, create values based goals. You want your goals to be rooted in your values because if they are, they become more motivating and fulfilling. So, for each of your core values, write one goal, at least, that reflects it. So, for example, if your core value is freedom, a values based goal might be to structure your business so you can take Fridays off. Or if your core value is community, then a values based goal might be one to create a mastermind group where entrepreneurs can connect and grow together. So, just think about each of your core values and see what goal can be developed from it. And finally, make decisions with your values in mind. This is important because values provide clarity in moments of doubt or indecision. When faced with a decision, ask yourself these questions. Does this align with my values? Will this bring me closer to my goals or pull me away from them? And does this decision feel authentic to who I am? Let's try a quick visualization to connect with your values and goals. Close your eyes. Imagine your ideal day as an entrepreneur. What are you doing? Who are you with? How do you feel? Notice the values that show up, whether it's creativity, freedom, connection, or it could be something else. Now imagine a goal that aligns with those values. Imagine setting this goal. How does it feel to work toward this goal? Just think about that. I have something else that I would love for you to do. Choose one current goal and adjust it to reflect your top core value. Notice how this shift feels and how it changes your approach. Let's take a moment to reflect and take action. Which of your current goals feel most aligned with your values? Which ones need adjustment? This week, take one goal and refine it to reflect your top core value. Use your values as a compass to guide your decisions and actions. Notice how it shifts your mindset and energy. I'd love to see your values-based goals. So you can share them with me on Instagram, tag me at the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide, or you can share on my own Instagram page, the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide, or you can also send me an email at the.entrepreneurialspiritguide@gmail.com. Let's support each other on this journey and inspire each other to create meaningful success. Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Entrepreneurial Spirit Guide podcast. Just remember that your values are your greatest guide. When your goals reflect what truly matters to you, you're not just moving forward. You're creating that life that feels authentic, fulfilling, and is definitely aligned with purpose. Next week, in episode 15, we will explore a powerful topic: how to navigate fear and uncertainty on the entrepreneurial journey. We'll talk about why these emotions show up, how to shift your perspective, and of course, tools that can help you move forward even when, you feel unclear on that path. So, until next time, stay inspired, stay intentional, and keep moving forward with purpose. Remember, your values are your compass. Use them to guide you towards something that's so much more meaningful in your life. You got this.